Sometimes it's fairly easy to see which animals are related to each other, like in the case of humans and chimpanzees, based upon either our posture or our expressions. Other times, it's a lot more difficult, as in the case of hippopotamus and whales. So, who are the giraffe's closest relatives? What species might they be related to? The giraffe's closest living relative is the okapi. They had a common ancestor about 10 to 15 million years ago. And you might think this is a bit strange because the two of them look quite different. And they live in different areas. So what happened about 10, 15 million years ago was the ancestor went in one direction to the Central African rainforest and eventually evolved into an okapi. And another branch went over into the African savannas and eventually evolved into the giraffe. So despite the fact that they do look different on the outside, they have a number of similar traits. If you look at their skull, you'll see that they have, okapi and giraffe both have ossicones, these tiny little protuberances from their head. And neither species has teeth in the front of their upper jaw. If you look at the living giraffe and the living okapi, you'll see that those ossicones are covered in fur. There's no other species that have those two bumps sticking out of their head that's covered in fur. Neither antlers nor horns are covered in fur. If you look at their ears, you can see they're the same shape. They're shaped like funnels in order to channel the sounds that they hear into their brains. That's a very similar trait. If you look at their tongues, they're two really crazy species in that they both have extra long black tongues. Now, the extra long black tongue is good because they strip leaves from trees and they then push them into the back for their molars to chew on them. So they don't use the upper incisors because they don't have upper incisors. So they both evolved this mechanism for feeding on the leaves. Now, the okapi are a lot smaller than the giraffe, so they feed on smaller trees, and the giraffe feed up in the canopy. But it's the same kind of mechanism at work. And then it turns out when scientists have looked at their genes, they share a number of genes which shows that okapi and giraffe are closely related. So looks aren't everything.